July 6, 2024. Today, I had to go meet my son to prove that he can't get the title for that truck Dave left him when he fled the country until we get a power of attorney over the title signed off by Dave. Because it's in both our names. It was awarded him in the divorce settlement, but he fled and it's still in my name. And Dave's wrote up a thing that he could have it. Well, he can't just write up a thing. He has to sign the title off, and so do I. Or you have to have a power of attorney over the title that gives the other person permission to control the title. I used to do title loans. I already knew that. And so I met my son at the title bureau. And she told him the same thing. And he's like, but he's out of the country. I said, they have American consulates everywhere. They have American notaries, and just have them sign it. And then when you get it back, I'll switch it over. Okay? Okay. I went to get my eyes checked. On the way, I can see the riffraff starting to swarm. So I start going through what was wrong with me. Oh, I did that afterwards. I'll take that back. I went through how that agent talked to me on a recorded line. How he confessed. He talked to the Vegas. He talked to the church people. Made fun of me for Strange's lie. Confessed 4 times he told on me. On a recorded line for him and informant. He had told Apostolic Church of Barberton. See, if you even go from where I called the FBI hotline. The next morning the phone's ringing and they had drugged me up so bad I cut my gut. All the way. And I had rivers of tears running down my face. I kept saying I can't. I kept wiping it. And I let it go to voicemail. I stagger, holding on to the wall to the bathroom, stagger, holding on to the wall to get something to drink, get back in bed, curl up, listen to voicemail. This is agent, call me back, fall back to sleep. I can't. Next day, I'm not much better. Okay? 3rd day, I'm sitting on the front porch and I'm holding my head. I feel drunk and I don't drink. It's a sign of a drug amnesia, drug wearing off. It makes you sick. Got enough air in my face. I called one of my witnesses where Katie was leaving threats in the mall where I had the 4 attempts on my life that it was them trying to kill me. That agent had them nailed the first day. Had them nailed. Okay? Alright. Call my witness. Of course, I'll witness for you. It's getting darker and scarier the way she talks about it. Dave and I talked about it on a tape. Of her seeing stuff in front of him. Okay. I go out by a card with that agent's number from the voicemail. We go down to the mall. There's 2 of the rap guys. I didn't know who they were. We had already set it up. No one will ever help you. Go ahead and try. And they're laughing at me in the mall. We drop it off. Our manager puts it in our locker and we go off to Apostolic Church of Barberton. Okay. Paul Paymer got in Dave's face. My God, I had an FBI agent in my office. He's right there. I walk off real quick. How dare you bring the FBI up here with threats on her life? Women walk up to me. He knows she's being drug beat and raped, and he said he didn't care. I had massive bruising all over. I had a severe personal infection until I couldn't hardly go to the bathroom, and I've been dizzy, almost passing out and throwing up, and I thought it was the dirty well water that was washing me and killing me. And my heart is sinking down in my stomach. Is that what's going on? I go in and I sit down. They follow me. They sit behind me. He knows she's being drug beat, raped, and he said he didn't care. if she was going to be faking she was sick and faking she got well while that family was grieving. He didn't care what they did to her. And if she was going to be mean to their women, he was going to turn her back over to them. Can you imagine an agent saying that? Dave comes in, let's go. We get out of the truck. You call the FBI on me, I ought to kill you myself. Peels out of the church parking lot. There's a loaded gun between the counts. He goes for it. I put my hand on it. He knocks it off and he's punching me in the truck. He's swerving and hitting me. I almost jumped out on the highway. I ran from him when I got home. Next morning, I called that agent back, rivers of tears. Everybody knows. I tell him somebody told on me. He calls me a liar. I tell him about the guy that threatened to knife me at Giant Eagle. He calls me a liar. I said, well, he tried to kidnap me before. I went to see Terry Coberly, seen him, when he said, oh, come on now. Even if one of those church people would have seen him try to kidnap you, they would never verify it. Well, she did. He said, I've already met with that family in my office that lost their kid in that traffic accident in 03, that her father killed her kid. I had nothing to do with. And Strange makes up a shitty lie on me 6 months later, has nothing to do with them, and they're blowing smoke up your ass because they're just harming people now and killing people, making up excuses. Those people? And I've met with all those church people, and I know they were trying to kill you because you were faking you were sick and faking you got well while that family was grieving. He did realize Strange made up that lie 15 years before. It had been 15 years, right? It had nothing to do with their father killing their kid in front of people, right? And it was a medication error, medical malpractice almost killed me. You're part of conspiracy to commit murder now? Aiding and abetting it? On a recorded line. And I said I really was sick before. Was there a camera above that bench? I don't know. You either say you're lying or I'll arrest you. And I'm like, I don't know if there was a camera. You say it or I'll put you in jail. You hear me? I'll arrest you. You say it or else. It's like, fine, whatever. Ha, 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 ha. Listen to the recorded line. It's really not funny. Now I want you to say you were faking you were sick and faking you got well while that family was grieving. I said I really was sick before. You liar. I've met with that family in my office and all those church people, and I know they're trying to kill you because you were faking you were sick and faking you got well while those that family was grieving. You need to realize what you've done. He actually says that. And I don't blame them for trying to kill you. It's like, look, I really was sick before. You liar. You say it or I'll leave you there. They're going to try to kill me. So? They've tried to kill me. So? He's like, you say it or I'll leave you there, but please don't let him kill me. I start begging this bastard for my life. He's like, you either say it or I'll leave you there. It's fine, fine. Just don't let him kill me. Ha, 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 ha. So what did he confess 4 times? He told on me. A victim calling for help to a hotline with attempt on her life that an occult's making up stupid excuses, pathetic ones, to kill somebody, and he's helping out and aiding and abetting those crimes. And telling on victims calling for help on a recorded line. He's like, why would the FBI help a person like you? And by the way, the guy that threatened to knife me is a serial killer. He's a kidnapper for the human traffickers. The authorities knew what he looked like. He had killed Lori's family member and dismembered her, had people laugh in their face how they killed her. They actually do dismember people. And then he went on to take and release his niece. We have the same story of the same guys. That's how not funny it is. Okay? He is like, why would the FBI help a person like you? Well, they're going to try to kill me. So, they've tried to kill me. So? And the other agent yells out my rapist's name. The man I've never met. The one that had been lacing drinks when I was out of the room, sneaking in the house, or stabbing me with date rape, drugs, beating, raping me. The cyber stalker, like Andrew Derbick. Setting up button camera stalking somebody. Taking naked pictures of people without their permission, photoshopping, washing, and breaking in and drug beating, raping me, and drugging me up and telling me to say stuff. He was making fun of me for my rapist. Okay? He said we could always use piece tape of Weird With Yourself. The shower scene that was done on purpose to make you look weird. May 26, 22 at noon. May 12, 22 at noon. They found a tape of them emitting a shower scene in the other room. March 1st to 3rd of 21. They said they put 2 clips together. Put her in a porn. It's not her. It's them. Don't worry about her. Then they started. Then they're so altered. March 13, 21. They told the nurse at Mercy Medical the only thing they had you on was adjusting yourself. The guy said that's sick. Said, no, it's funny. She simply wiped off water with clothes on. He said that's sick. She said, no, she just brushed it off. They didn't have anything else. It's actually really funny. Where they said they photoshopped everything in and out. Apparently they did in their stalking tapes. It was drug dealers in my home. They've hired drug dealers to run a drug scam. The only guy named Pete I knew was my brother Medina. I said, I don't know what you're talking about. Because after they said they put 2 clips together, put her in a porn, it's not her, it's them, don't worry about her. Then, you know, they said you just brushed off water with clothes on, that's all they had. Just simply just brushed it off, didn't have anything else. Then they started saying you touch yourself, you expose yourself, you touch yourself, look weird. It made my stomach bleed. You did what to me? And I thought, well, you put my head on somebody else's body. Then I'm thinking they're playing me. What would you be doing? It sounds like you undressed and got in the shower. Showering, washing. Walked outside, smoked, she figured out what they did. They're laughing at me. That's where they found the tapes of it. They admitted framing me March 24th, 22, 1:30, how they framed me. They admitted January 19, they photoshopped feminine wipies above the toilet to make me look weird. They photoshopped all their lies. They drugged all their confessions. Nobody ever talked to me. They only used drugs on me. They've hired drug dealers. There was nothing for that agent to laugh at. I said, I don't know why, going back to what he was saying, he said we could always use piece of tape of Weird With Yourself. And I said, what are you talking about? Is this a Photoshop shower scene? He said, stop, she don't know. And then he said something else about Pete again, and it's one of my black and blue marks, one of the roofies' confession. I've never met him. Never had even my neighbors in my home. I said, what are you talking about? They're laughing at me for my rapist, like teenage kids said last year. The FBI made fun of her for being drugged, being raped. And because they were using amnesia drugs, she didn't realize what was happening to her. The FBI made fun of her for being human trafficked. They better take care of those idiots for mocking her on a recorded line. Okay? I said, what are you talking about? They're laughing at me for my rapist. I said, I don't know what you're talking about. Bet you're going to say you don't know anything about this doctor selling your information. I told you I had some lady use my insurance in getting my marriage by the 2nd year, ran up a bunch of bills. I thought, well, maybe they weren't hers. And HIPAA violations, none of your doctors can talk to them. It's 1 to 5 years and $250,000 fine. They don't have your signed consent. And December 30th, 23, Altman Hospital. My God, nobody's to ever talk to those people. They had some guy impersonate a doctor from Altman Hospital selling approvals, the information. The hospital gets sued. This day to go Harry. And no one's going to back those doctors from before. My God, they were all lying, ripping off her insurance. And it was medication making her sick before. And they were doing it to rip her off. And they lied so bad they said she had brain tumors. And there was nothing wrong with her, but her muscles locked up. Cops walked by. All those doctors were lying. Yes, it was medication making her sick. It's documented medical malpractice, documented medication errors. Well, I told that agent, I don't know what you're talking about. It's just some guy made up as another drug dealer. Okay? He starts laughing. Stop. She don't know. Give me a real reason. Well, I tell him about my brother-in-law, Craig, that died working for the government. He's like, first of all, have you talked to any law enforcement about the threat of your life? Now, he's already confessed he knows about the scam from the drug dealers, made fun of me. He's admitted he's talked to the Vegas, the church people. It was verified by officers. The agent that returned my phone call after the hotline was telling on me the Apostolic Church of Barberton before he spoke to me. They announced it in October, November of 22 at Trinity Hospital. It's verified by the police that was in. Okay? I tell him, I said, well, the only two officers I talked to were either silly or stupid. I said I had a light in the security system on August 8th of 18. They showed up and said it looked like an alien orb or an angry spirit. He's like, you're kidding, right? And I'm like, no. I thought they were dehydrated and I offered them water. Okay? And I said, then they told me buy a dog and let a dog handle it. Somebody came on my property. They didn't want bothered. He said, well, I could take you somewhere and leave you with no money. I have no money to start. He's like, well, if you agree to get information on Dave and the churches, I can open an informant program. Well, they're already breaking to at least 3 people in the mall. It's been their church trying to kill me with the 4 attempts. I thought, oh, it would be over and I'll be set for life. Comes with $5,000 a month. I'm opening an account today. You'll have a life of peace as an informant. Nothing legally stated, dated against you again, and only for you would we ever do this for. We'll always put it back as if it never happened, and you can't be legally charged for anything again for working this case. I'm meant to no wrongdoing, and I'll take care of everything in that, and you'll have that money to live on. Okay? But if you try to tell someone I'll list you crazy and no one will help you. 14th Amendment, you cannot withhold protection. I told my friend from the Starr County Prosecutor's Office, laughed, I cried. He said, first of all, the police know they can't go along with him bullying you into false statements. He said the only thing legal on that whole phone call that agent did was list you informant with money and immunity. He was only bullying you. It takes a judge to put a gag order on you. He can tell whoever you want, and he can't open his mouth. He's only a higher police officer. And the police know that. I said, well, I already confessed. He told on me. He said, it don't matter. He can tell whoever you want. He can't open his mouth. And he can't tell people not to protect you. 14th Amendment, you cannot withhold protection. That agent opened a real case with statements, money, and immunity. He stole my money and left me there. The Starr County Sheriff's work at there's a real judge's order. See, that's where my friend from the prosecutor's office. There's a real court order over you. A judge's order for protection, and until the FBI puts you in another protective custody, a witness protection program, you'll stay informant for life. He said they can't let you go. They try to kill you. The Department of Justice have put the FBI in jail. They try to kill you. The government cannot let you go. They can hire somebody else to kill you. A real judge had to sign that court order where they told people in 19, a judge protects her. Karen belongs to the U.S. government. No man touches her. Yes, they did. FBI informant. And like my friend from the prosecutor's office, until the FBI puts you in another witness protection program, you stay an informant for life. They could not legally ever drop you because they try to kill you. They can hire somebody else. I'm gonna upload this.